I always say we're like a goldfish. Put us in whatever size bowl you have and we'll grow to that bowl. 10 years ago it was just me. Now there's almost 20 of us. I'm Andy Atkins. I'm the CEO of 730 Eddy Studios. We are a video production and experience company. Our niche is to create video experiences for companies all around the world. One of our clients had read the book, they had run on EOS, they had an implementer, they had seen success for years. And I asked her, I was like, what do you attribute your success to? She gave me a copy of her book and I read it and I did not stop reading it for like 6 hours. And it was at that moment where I was trying to figure out, what am I gonna do long term?
When I first started, it was a group of, I think 4 of us total for the entire company. And we'd take on as many projects as we could and we just sort of figure it out. So I would say it was more of like Wild West. You just sort of made it work.
We'd been running self-implemented, we did it for about 2 years. 2018, 2019, we hired an implementer. And that's when it really clicked.
I was giving a talk and he was one of the audience members. He was actually one of the ones that had the most questions. That's actually how I learned that he's been running EOS in his own business. They were self-implementing. They show up to the 90-minute meeting and Andy comes in and he's got this traction book. It's a paper book and he puts it on the table with them and he goes, so I brought my own traction book. It is war-torn, like the spine is all broken, there's tabs in it everywhere. He opens it up, there's highlights everywhere. And then he informs me it's actually his second traction book because he had worn out his first one. So I knew this 90 was gonna be a little bit different than the other ones because he had a ton of information already.
It was like, oh, so I read this book, but I didn't actually understand this book until she was like, here's what you're gonna need to do, here's what that, because I was asking a lot of questions.
Once we signed on with her, we had, it was the 3 of us and we were going through the accountability chart and it was like, well, no, the visionary and the integrator is Andy. And then, there's gonna be the other 2 of us on the leadership team with him.
I, to myself, thought I was both. I was like, I'm a great project manager. I thought I was. I'm also really good at figuring out what we're gonna do long term. Like, why do we need 2? Like, it'll be fine, I'll be both at the top. She looked over at Sue and she goes, well, you're the integrator.
I was managing just a handful of projects, maybe 5 with our small little team. And now to be sitting in that integrator role, overseeing 5 departments, it's just a total different structure, a total different company that wouldn't exist without the backbone of EOS.
What was the difference maker for us to go from self-implemented to hiring a professional implementer is that we wanted to be professional at EOS. We wanted to have somebody give us the right tools, the right cadence, the right ideas, and it really took the thinking of the system off of us so we could think on the business.
What I love is a group like this where they go from self-implementing, where they're kind of dabbling, into really learning the tools. And they're going from this transactional stage into where we're at now, which is transformational, right? The foundation is there, and now they're transforming the business. And now we can say things like, let's 10x the business. And everyone goes, let's do it. How do we do it, right?
A lot of that is just because of we were poised to grow. We had built in cash backups. We had built in the right data, the right system. We really followed our plan, and in our 1 year and our 3 year, both had said we need to hire 8 people. And so we've already hired 5 of those.
One of our biggest markers of success as a company is the size of our team, right? Because we know we're growing if we're having to scale the amount of people to serve our clients. We're sitting in a new office with 15. And this is probably in a 4-year span of truly running on EOS.
So we're a better company because we run on EOS. We have better people, better processes, better clients. We know where we're going and we have that vision, all because we run on EOS.